Without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's jump into this damn video. Cardi B doesn't deserve her fans. And this title is sounding a lot like with Doja Cat. But fuck. So, without further ado, let's get into this damn video, y'all. Let's do it.
Now, what's going on with you today? Happy New Year. It's January the 2nd, the first video, or I want to say the first commentary of this year. Just want to thank you guys so much for the support on my song, Told Myself, that came out yesterday. The reception has been crazy. With that being said, thank you guys for the support on that. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about the topic at hand, which involves Cardi B and why she doesn't deserve her fans. So you might have heard about the story, kind of went viral a few days ago. Want to get my take on it. Now the story involves Cardi B, okay? I'm sure you're familiar with Cardi B, the Bodak yellow connoisseur, Nicki Minaj's biggest fear. Obviously, I'm joking. The other day, Cardi B was involved in a little controversial situation with her fans. Long story short, Cardi B brutally disrespected her fans on social media for the whole world to watch, and she kind of addressed them in a very distasteful manner.
Shut the f up! And it's the same dump my own fan base. The last time I got dragged was because my fan base. I don't see nobody talking but my own fan base. But y'all want to send me a bug just to talk on the timeline. Did I confirm all this with a man? No. So why the y'all keep talking?
And this was as a response to some controversy she's been involved in recently. Just some context behind the controversy she's been involved in. So a couple weeks ago, like 2 to 3 weeks ago, Cardi B confirmed that her and Offset have parted ways. She opened up about this on an Instagram live. I just don't know how to tell the world. I feel like today has been a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell you. I changed my mind, but it's been like this for a minute now. I just took it as a sign. I want to start 2024 fresh, open. I don't know. I'm curious for a new life, new beginning.
I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to not afraid. I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell you. So I was like, I changed my mind. But it has been like this for a minute now, and I just took it as a sign. So
I feel like when it comes down to being anything of like a public figure or celebrity or whatever the case may have you, anything it is that people look up to you, you have of a fan base. When it comes down to a level of like with relationships, it gets sticky, right? And there is a thing of called oversharing. There is a thing where it is you don't need to feel the need to where it is you have to over explain yourself, even mainly with relationships. It's also with your actions as well, unless if it is there's something that is being said about you to where it's very controversial or something there it is, that like you what you said was fucked up, is when it is you address the situation. But you don't need to do the overcompensation of letting people know this, because when you say these things and then not even 2 weeks later you get back with the same nigga it is that you just said that you're not with anymore. You've been cussing out people in Twitter spaces and making all these damn posts and everything like that. You know, essentially it is you're gonna create a rift with your fan base. And then what makes it worse is that I know Cardi B is planning to release an album, I think in February, to what it is that the last time I heard about it. But it's kind of the same effect with Doja Cat, is that you're starting to shit on the same people it is who adore you. You know what I mean? Now don't get me wrong, there are some people it is who make fake edits of her tweets that I feel like it is, and that Tasha K girl, they definitely deserve that defamation of character. It is what it is. But you have to take that level of accountability when after that, at the end of the day. Some things is you do not need to let people know. And I can't necessarily be mad at Will and Jada for not telling people it is that they weren't together for years, because there's so much of stuff where it's different when it is the spotlight is on you. Everybody wants to know everything that's going on with you, and they're gonna try to find that in any form of way. Invasion of Privacy was the best titling for her first album, because that's really what happens when it is you get into the spotlight. But I really don't feel like, I don't know who's on her PR team. I really hope it is like, somebody on her team is to pull her coat and just be like, hey, I need to snatch you out of the movie with the red pill and the blue pill real quick. and just focus on with this because you're losing yourself within this. Most women lose themselves in relationships as it is, and I feel like this is a vulnerable time for her anyway. But let's get back
I
to the
wanna
video.
I wanna start 2024 like fresh, open. I don't know. I'm curious for a new life, for a new beginning.
So
Oh
this
yeah,
was her
yeah. Something
essentially,
was open, all right.
confirming the rumors that her and Offset had split. And it's true, they're not together anymore. Why? I don't know. But they've obviously been in a very toxic relationship, okay? Anyone with
Very.
who's paid attention knows exactly what I'm talking about. The amount of stories about infidelity, Offset a few years back getting caught donkey fucking a South African big booty model and all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, it's out of this world. That's not only a toxic relationship, but it sounds like y'all not supposed to be together, man. Sounds like
Exactly.
y'all not really that compatible, man. But what do I know? I'm trying to figure this shit out myself, so I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut about that for a second. Moving on, I digress. So them breaking up, I'm not really surprised. I've never really paid too much attention to celebrity relationships, but I have paid attention to Offset and Cardi B because, they just pop up on the timeline, unfortunately, against my will, kind of like Krishan Rock and Blueface, every,
Yep.
2 to 3 business days. And what I've seen is, two people who try to appear as really like picture perfect, but obviously they've had a lot of things going on behind the scenes that they've both, mostly Cardi B has spoken about. So that's the recent controversy. Her and Offset, they've parted ways, and the media is talking a lot about this. I guess I'm joining them right now, right? So with the kind of fan base Cardi B has, obviously she's put herself out there a lot. She's revealed a lot about her personal life to her audience. And so a lot of them have, after this news came out, they've not only gotten very invested in everything that has to do with Cardi B, but on top of
What's up,
that,
K-Smooth?
they've been digging to try to find out, is Cardi B back together with Offset? So what happened a few days ago is, after her fans went digging, a lot of them started piecing a couple different social media posts together. Apparently Offset and Cardi B, they kind of appeared to be in the same vicinity. These fans obviously need a job because goddamn, who the fuck does that? But so they started gathering all the pieces to the puzzle, and they said, wait a second, it looks like Cardi B and Offset are together. And they started tweeting about this. Now Cardi B got word of this, and she went live on Twitter, and she had a couple things to say to her fans. She went on this crazy, like maniacal rant, going off on her fans for snooping too much. And this is what she said.
Leave me the alone. The shut the up, stupid ass mother. I'm about to fucking
What's up, Omni
unfollow
King?
all of y'all, cause that's all I see. Y'all
We are watching Cardi B doesn't deserve her fans. So we getting into.
my timeline. I'm searching my name. I'm trying to see anybody else talk. Nobody is talking but y'all. So shut the up. All over my shut up. Y'all heard something out of my mouth? Did y'all heard that I'm back with it out of my mouth? No. Fucking annoying. For 3 days, y'all been doing the same.
What's good, bro?
Did I say I was back together with somebody? Did I said that? Did y'all heard that? Did I say it? Did he said it? No. No. Ken Barbie texted me. No. Tell me to calm down. I told you to tell him leave me the fuck alone.
You dumb bitch need to stop talking about me. You dumb bitch need to stop talking about me on the social media. So as you could hear, Cardi B was screaming so loud it started echoing in her big ass mansion. I don't know about you, but I heard a lot of pain in that voice right there.
There was
That's
a lot
probably
of
why she
pain
went
in
off
that.
like that on her own fans. The way she was talking to her fans, man, just threw me off. And the thing that also throws me off is the fact that her fans are taking all that verbal abuse. Like, these are the same people who are buying her records, going to her shows, buying her merch, supporting whatever she promotes on social media. These are literally the same people who helped her acquire that big ass mansion that she's screaming from. And then Cardi B is like maniacally cussing them out for what? Asking questions when she was the one who publicly put out her business out there for her fans to even know about in the first place.
Bingo. That is the problem when it comes down to this. You cannot be mad at people saying certain things and having their own opinions. Like, at the end of the day, people's opinions really doesn't matter to you. It's really about them at the end of the day. But it becomes a problem to where it is one, Cardi B searched for what people were saying about her. All right. So you're looking this up, looking for a reason to be upset. Now you're cussing out these same people it is who support you. And you can't sit there and be upset about this. You put this out there, and to begin with, to say it is that, okay, me and my husband that you are legally married to is not together anymore. All right, cool. But then now it is you're shitting on these same people because obviously it is you're still hurt. Obviously it is you want this to work. This is the man it is you've been with, you have kids with. You share a bond with this man more than anybody else because of the fact that is you have kids with this person. I understand your level of hurt, but you're taking your hurt out on the wrong people. It really should be onto him. When I say it is Offset has made this girl be so damn delulu, it's to the point to where it is she's allegedly has hired people, hit people to go ahead and fuck up the alleged girls that Offset was supposedly being with. And she almost got herself incarcerated because of the situation. The judge was very lenient on giving her a 15-day community service because, especially a New York judge, they could have easily sat there and put her into jail. You know what I'm saying? Or to prison because of stuff like that. And Cardi B is not just the only person. There is a lot of women who do the same magnitude it is that she's doing. It's just not as a larger scale and where everybody has eyes on her or on them like how it is that they are. Yes, she actually did that. Yes, she actually did. She actually did. If you want me to pull that up after this, we're done with this reaction, I most definitely would.
Place? That doesn't make any sense. And I do understand that as a public figure, especially someone who's as famous as Cardi B, you may not necessarily want people to be talking about your business like that, right? But let's not forget, and this is going to bring me to the next point about Cardi B in a second, let's not forget that this is one of the reasons why Cardi B is in the position she's in. She's a personality whose popularity was fueled with the help of all these things outside of the music. And this is one of the ways that Cardi B has actually been able to sell a lot of her records throughout these last couple years. It's not that she's the most talented at all. It's that she knows how to get people invested in her personal life, i.e. her fans, and then in return, they support her records. So it ain't through the music itself because, Cardi B doesn't make the best music, but she is a great entertainer outside of the music. Not a big fan of Cardi B at all, but, I can admit that she's a great entertainer, and she does, with the help of the things that she says, create a conversation, which ultimately, in the end, always benefits her. And that's one of the reasons why she's actually been able to maintain the position she's at right now. Because people forget this, by the way, but Cardi B started off on her journey to becoming famous through Love and Hip Hop, a reality TV show, which to me,
stripping first, then Vine, then Love and Hip Hop,
at least, is one of the worst forms of entertainment, particularly that form of reality TV show.
Cindy,
and
how
on that
are
reality
you?
TV show, the kind of behavior she was exhibiting, the way she was talking to her fans on this Twitter live, that's essentially what made Cardi B pop off on the internet in the first place. Because people are very attracted to toxicity. That's one thing I've learned from reality TV shows. Because I can't stand that type of content, but it has a huge audience. And that's probably the same reason why I can't stand Cardi B on a personality level. But then again, Cardi B is very famous and she has a lot of fans. So that should tell you something. I think one of the reasons why Cardi B is always going to have a fan base is because a lot of these people who follow her today, they've been following her for damn near a decade, ever since she popped off on Love and Hip Hop. And the same reason they liked her back then is the same reason why they like her today. No matter the level of toxicity she displays, these people who've been following her, they're always going to come right back to her. So she can speak to them in any kind of tone because they have such a bond with her personality from all aspects. They're always going to stick around. By the way, isn't this what kind of trauma bonding is? A trauma bond is when a person forms a deep emotional attachment with someone that causes them harm. Is Cardi B perhaps doing perhaps some kind of emotional damage to the fans that are sticking around?
That's a good
taking all this verbal abuse coming from her? That's a good question, right? Just keep in mind that a lot of these people who support someone like Cardi B, a lot of them are very young people. So a lot of times we're not talking about grown adults. A lot of times we're talking about like minors, like little kids, little children. So if that's what's going on psychologically, then obviously they don't even know how it's affecting them mentally. Now, if that's the case, by the way, that would obviously kill the argument that I had earlier, which is a lot of these people have been following her since 2015. Not very likely that we're talking about the same demographic in her audience. That aside, however, personally, I think fans got to have a little more self-respect, and that goes for all fan bases out there. I mean, this is something that we've seen in the past. Artists disrespecting their fans isn't something that's unheard of. Some of y'all might remember this story, but Kid Cudi sometime back over a year ago was essentially beefing with his fans on Twitter because they liked a cover that he didn't use for one of his songs that he put out. Not only did he call his fans bogus, but he decided to take down a song that he put up on SoundCloud down because his fans liked the other version more. Kind of childish, honestly, but I'm not even going to hold that over Cudi's head. said because maybe he was in, you know, a dark place at the time or whatnot. I don't really know, right? That doesn't obviously excuse his behavior, but, you know, maybe if he was going through something and maybe if he wasn't in the best headspace, you would kind of understand the response if that was really the case, right? With that being said, the behavior was just really weird and off-putting. So fans need to start putting their money where their mouth is, because the way I look at it is, if your favorite artist disrespects one fan, to me, I look at that and I say, they just disrespected their entire fan base. Because what's the difference between one fan and the next fan? That one fan who they were talking to, or in Cardi B's case, like 10 different fans in this particular live, they just happen to be the recipients of that energy that she had for them. So they might as well just say, hey, everything I'm saying, this applies to all of y'all who are supporting me. Once you get to a certain level though, like Cardi B, since she's, you know, beyond made it in the industry, it doesn't really matter what happens, what she does or what she says. She's always going to have a platform and she's always going to be, you know, sitting pretty at the top. It is what it is. Anyway, any thoughts on this Cardi B conversation? If you can do me a favor and like the video if you made it this far, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, Happy New Year. Hope 2024 is a good year for you. If last year wasn't good, well, this year gonna be good, okay? Because I said it, okay? It's gonna be a good year for you, okay? Let's speak that into existence. Anyway, appreciate you guys for joining me today. Catch you on the next one. See you in the comment section below, and talk to you soon. Peace. I'm out.
All right. So there we go, y'all. What is the recent topics that's been going on with Cardi B? But hey, listen, Justin did put me on to this Blackie Speaks. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to Justin in the chat. And shout outs to you at home. I am off of this thing. I'll catch y'all in the next video.